All right, Harmony Science Academy students, welcome back to today's lesson. Again, pencil Chromebook. I see some of you guys really pounding that paper and pencil to do some of that mental math. Okay, I also see a few of you guys using that calculator. Again, stay disciplined. It's a thing of beauty to see you guys working, putting that math together. Okay, doing that scratch work. Don't be fooled. Everything that's fast isn't always good, and this is good. You guys look good. You're getting sharper. Again, it's a gift to yourself to practice this. So those of you guys doing it, awesome job. Okay, just keep it up. About another couple weeks before you know it, Christmas is here. Okay. All right. Let's go ahead and move on. The vocabulary word you'll be looking up is solve a system. Okay, that's just very fundamental to the level of math you guys are at. Okay, which is pretty high. So solving a system. What really is that? What is a system? Okay, and what does it mean to solve a system? So take a look at that and solve by substitution. That's really our focus today. Okay, so look up different stuff and you decide what is the route you're gonna go. Okay. So, anyways, to keep it simple, the lesson name is Solve System by Substitution. The objective is to solve each system by substitution. Okay, what's our goal? Is to solve each system. This is a system by substitution. Okay. So again, like last time, we'll hit up one of these easier ones so we understand the very basic concept, and then, like always, you'll be entrusted to apply a lot of your math skill set to some of the tougher problems. Okay. So not to get too messy, let's go ahead and start off with good old number one. Okay. I think you're gonna like this in certain cases better than elimination, but again, only because the problems are set up a little easier. Okay. So here we have y equals such and such, y equals 4x, right? Well, what they're not doing for us is typically, okay, to identify a system, they use that symbol. Okay, that tells you, hey, I got to deal with these together, not separately, but together, right? So just like this says, substitution will occur. Now in this case, y is isolated. So now that I know y equals 4x, okay, wherever I see a y, I'll simply plug in 4x. Okay, so technically this y is also solved, so I can go either way. Okay. So I think that one might be a little too easy. So let's try something like even 6 is easy. 7's a little tougher. Let's jump to 11. Okay, I think this one puts us in a nice place. Okay. Now, FYI, here you might want to isolate x equals whatever. Okay, so you can substitute in for x. But let's go and do this one since it seems to be set up. Okay, y equals something already. Okay, so as far as I'm concerned, this is pretty much like a boxed answer. Okay, now I'm gonna go ahead and plug in this value for y here. Okay, I've got 4x. Right, you guys are getting way better at catching this situation. Okay, you definitely don't need a calculator to do that for you. You guys are getting awesome at some of that mental math. So 4x, subtract 18, we've got 28, and x equals -7. Okay, so then our solution set is what? -7, -6. Alright, this is my x, that's my y. Okay. Alright, so 11 what ended up being a pretty awesome example. Let's go ahead and see if we can get into another one. Alright, now in case you're wondering, well, this method looks easier. Again, it just depends what you're given. Okay. The other process through elimination is very useful, and as a matter of fact, you can use it here. But again, our objective is to use substitution, so that's what we're gonna demonstrate in our work. Okay. Now, if you get to some of these tougher problems, I'll work with you down here, but up in this area, let's go and meet our objective and use substitution. Okay. So let's look at this one. Okay, I may not finish it, but I'll get us started. So I don't have x or y solved for, basically, right? But a quick step of subtracting 3y leaves me with x equals negative 3y minus 6. Okay? So I can't box it in because I don't have a value. I have an expression but not a value for x. But I can substitute this in here. Okay? So let's go ahead and do that. Okay? Let's go ahead and do 2 times, again, if I'm substituting immediately I put parentheses. That's how I communicate to you, you communicate to me, and we avoid horrible mistakes. Okay, so x is negative 3 y minus 6 plus 6y equals 12. Okay, if you haven't really caught on just yet, notice that through this substitution process we actually can deal with one variable, which is in this case 1. Okay, so I'm going to distribute. Okay, and I know some of you guys are going to ask, why don't we do it the other method? Again, this is just a mental discipline. You're working on a skill here of substitution, so stay strong. Okay, okay, so here I have minus 6y plus 6y, so I have negative 12 equals 12. Okay, now the fact that I have an expression that is not true, it's false, the solution set then is the empty set. Okay, there is no solution to this problem. Okay, so let's go ahead and for those of you guys who don't understand or appreciate that symbol, just put no solution. Okay, all right, so we got an interesting one there. That was cool. Let's go ahead and do one last one, just kind of start it off, and then you guys can continue. Again, I think you guys are going to be fine here. Right? You would put x plus 2 over here. Take care of that. Let's try... Okay, I guess let's try 4. We'll just get it started, and then we'll leave it off to you guys tomorrow in class, okay? So I have, again, I can't box it in, I don't have it, okay? So I am going to take this and put it up here. So I have 3x, whoops, minus 5, okay? This came in here, minus 2x plus 10, and let's go and take care of the math. I can add 2x to both sides. I can add 5 to both sides, and I have x equals 3 by dividing 5 to both sides. So I'm done there. Okay, obviously the next step would be to go ahead and take x equals 3 into one of these two and solve for y. You guys can go ahead and finish that off. And one interesting thing you guys want to do, since it is a system, if you plug in 3 here and get a y value, try and plug it in here. You should get the exact same value, and that's how you know it is definitely a solution to your system. Don't forget to write your solution set like that, equals, and then whatever it is, okay? Alright guys, appreciate your time. We'll catch you in class.